Welcome back to Super U3, where we dive into knowledge, life lessons, and powerful ideas from books to help you grow. Today, we're exploring an incredible memoir from our Famous People autobiography collection, Why Inner Strength is the Ultimate Cure for Life's Struggles, told through Tara Westover's story in Educated. Picture this. Before you even took your first breath, someone handed you a script of life filled with unfairness, pain, and challenges. Would you still choose to live it? And once you entered this world with no power to choose your parents or your upbringing, carrying the burden of misfortune, how would you face your destiny? In Educated, Tara Westover describes with honesty and raw detail how she was able to break free from a toxic, violent family, climb out of ignorance, and eventually earn a place at Cambridge University, something that seemed impossible from where she started. Her journey can only be described as a powerful reversal of fate. She escaped the limits of the isolated mountain where she grew up, overcame family oppression, and chose education as her key to freedom. Through this, she found true independence, dignity, and happiness. The book immediately became a New York Times bestseller, and Tara was named one of Time magazine's most influential people of the year. It also captured the attention of Bill Gates, who recommended it on his reading list in 2019, saying it was one of the most inspiring stories he had ever come across. When I finished the book, I couldn't help but reflect on my own life. Tara's story teaches us something very important. Happiness and freedom do not depend on how privileged your birth is or what family you come from. Instead, they depend on whether you can build a resilient inner core. And Tara's journey highlights 4 essential strengths that allowed her to transform herself. Let's explore those 4 strengths together. 1. Facing fear instead of surrendering to it. Tara was born in the rugged mountains of Idaho. Her father, a survivalist with severe bipolar disorder, controlled the family with rigid rules. Her mother, though once independent, gradually lost herself in her husband's extreme beliefs. Both parents rejected modern education, distrusted medicine, and refused any connection with government institutions. Schools, hospitals, and even social assistance were forbidden. From a very young age, Tara was forced to work at her father's dangerous scrapyard. She endured life-threatening accidents and witnessed her brothers severely injured. But perhaps the deepest wound came from inside her home. Her brother Sean was abusive, unpredictable, and cruel. He humiliated her, pulled her hair, shoved her head into toilets, and frequently threatened her with violence. Even after she went to college, the fear of him haunted her dreams. Most people, crushed by such fear, would give up. But Tara chose differently. Inspired by her older brother Tyler, who managed to go to college, she decided to secretly study mathematics and science. She failed her first entrance exam, but refused to quit. She studied even harder, teaching herself subjects she had never been exposed to before. Eventually, her perseverance paid off. She was admitted to Brigham Young University. Her challenges did not end there. At university, she felt completely unprepared. She lacked vocabulary, had never written academic essays, and often asked questions that made her classmates laugh. Teachers misunderstood her as disruptive. For a moment, she doubted herself, thinking that college might have been a mistake. But instead of walking away, she worked harder, cleaning offices at 4 a.m., studying late into the night, pushing herself through pain and illness. In the end, she graduated with honors, won a scholarship to Cambridge, and later became a respected scholar. Her story shows that when fear is confronted with determination, it transforms into courage. 2. Turning loneliness into growth. Starting college, Tara's life was filled with loneliness. Her old worldview clashed with everything around her. She believed that girls in short skirts were immoral, that going to the movies on Sundays was sinful, and she refused even simple painkillers because she had been taught they were evil. Her classmates found her strange and kept their distance. Feeling isolated, Tara turned to books. Through reading, she discovered modern thought, philosophy, and history. Gradually, she began to understand her peers, to question her old beliefs, and to redefine who she was. What once felt like crushing solitude turned into a source of strength. Being alone gave her time to think clearly, to study deeply, and to grow independently. Meanwhile, her family rejected her. Her parents insisted she was possessed, her brother Sean continued to threaten her, and even her sister cut her off. She became estranged from those she loved most. But in that isolation, she found a new kind of freedom, the freedom to believe in herself. This period of solitude allowed her to focus on her thesis, complete groundbreaking research, and earn admission to Cambridge for her PhD. In truth, every great success is born from unseen years of solitude, struggle, and quiet. 3. Learning to let go. As Tara's education expanded her mind, she realized she could never return to the narrow worldview of her family, but her parents refused to change. Her father defended her abusive brother at all costs. Her mother stayed silent. Her family accused her of betrayal, calling her a disgrace. This caused an intense inner conflict for Tara. She loved her family deeply, but could not remain trapped in their world. For a long time, she suffered breakdowns, crying uncontrollably, numbing herself with television, feeling torn apart. Eventually, she came to a painful but liberating realization. Adulthood sometimes means separation. It is possible to love someone and still choose distance. You can miss someone every day and still know your life is better without their presence. Some relationships can only survive from afar. By letting go of her attachment to her family, Tara finally reclaimed her peace. 4. Rebuilding through education. With each step, Tara reinvented herself. Education became the tool that allowed her to rewrite her story, to heal from wounds, and to stand on her own terms. Like a pearl formed from irritation and pain, she transformed hardship into beauty and strength. She learned that only by releasing old burdens, embracing solitude, and facing fear can we truly discover who we are meant to become. Thank you so much for staying with me through this story. If you found it meaningful, please support this channel by liking, sharing with someone who might need inspiration, and subscribing with the notification bell on so you don't miss future videos. And remember, hardships, when endured with patience, can be turned into the very source of your strength. No matter how difficult the path, keep moving forward with courage.